My name is Kevin Zobrist. I'm a professor with the Washington State University Extension Forestry program, as well as a tree farm inspector and certified forester. Active management is how we achieve our goals and objectives. There's a misconception that management means wall-to-wall clear cutting or trying to impose our will upon nature, but rather it's coming alongside nature, working with natural processes to achieve our desired outcomes of healthy wildlife habitat, healthy resilient forests, clean water, and sustainable wood production.
My name is Dave New. I'm one of the co-owners here at the Nourse Tree Farm. We're standing in what used to be a cattle field, and over time it became filled with reed canary grass that filled up and choked out the stream so that the channel could not get through the stream. It just splayed out through it.
My name is Jenn Parker. I'm the 4th generation co-owner of this tree farm. We knew that the stream channel got lost in the reed canary grass, but we didn't understand that there were salmon in the stream until one year we were walking out here in the fall, and we were really excited to see a whole bank of eagles perched above our field. And when we went out to see what they were looking at, we noticed a whole bunch of salmon carcasses scattered across the reed canary grass. The salmon had clearly tried to swim over the top of the reed canary grass and had been captured by the eagles. And that's when we realized that the little creek that flowed through our property was a salmon-bearing stream.
Next spring, as we were permitting for a logging project up on top of the hill, we needed to put a bridge across the stream so that we could access to get the trucks in and out. And the biologist that was sent out for the hydraulics project permit as a part of the forest practice permit pointed out to us that we had some baby coho salmon in the stream. And then I realized that, gee, this really is a salmon stream and that we needed to do something to restore it. So I asked him, who should we talk to in order to get the stream in the lower field restored? And he said, talk to the Conservation District.
My name is Ryan Williams. I'm a habitat restoration specialist with the Snohomish Conservation District. The primary goals with this project were to reconnect the creek here on Dave New's property to help contain the water, but also to allow coho fish to come upstream. And so here we were trying to create a new channel, trying to increase habitat as well as improve the vegetation here and put in native species. So initially here we just worked with Snohomish Conservation District. We just brought in our own technical staff coming up with ideas for the project, and then we pursued grant funding through the Department of Ecology to do the actual stream restoration. So that paid for digging the channel, putting in wood, and then planting some of the buffer. And then on top of that, we found funding through the Conservation Reserve Enhancement Program, a program through the Farm Service Agency. And that paid for planting, and it also provides a rental payment to the landowner to restore their land.
My name is Carson Moscoso. I'm a habitat specialist with the Snohomish Conservation District. We work with quite a diversity of landowner involvement. We have landowners who want to be extremely hands-off and let the district acquire funding, design projects, and carry out implementation without really playing any role. We have other landowners who want to have some hand in the design and layout of the project, but let the district go ahead with implementing it. And we also have other landowners that want to themselves be out there in the ground planting trees or digging out the channel itself. Working with David, he was kind of in that middle area of wanting to be involved with designing the project, especially the in-stream work. Being an engineer himself, took a hand at doing the channel design, and then let us be responsible for the planting of the buffer after the channel work was done. And then also David really working with me over the last couple of years to make sure that we continue to keep the invasive species, especially the reed canary grass, under control so that the trees had an opportunity to grow up and continue getting all that sunlight they need to thrive and to create a healthy riparian buffer. My reaction to seeing the restoration is amazement. Some of the trees have grown 10 feet since we put them in the ground, which is incredible over the first 3 years. We have willows that are 15 feet tall now and really starting to create that canopy that can make the reed canary grass disappear in a couple of years, and our conifer trees that are going to be that large wood recruitment in the future are really taking off now, and you can see them poking their heads up out of the grass even before we've come in to knock down the weeds. And it's just overall just exciting to see a project that I was involved with from the design phase to implementing to now really on the right trajectory to being a successful planting.
I think restoration is a critical first step for landowners to take. You know, your car can't move if the engine's broken down, and there are points of degradation in the system resulting from land use history, climate change, invasive species, and so forth. And these have disrupted many of the natural processes in the system. So restoration, it's not about recreating the past per se, but rather reestablishing and ensuring the integrity of key natural processes. Then we can come alongside nature as a partner and work with a functional system toward a positive and sustainable future.
I think the restoration is doing really well. The trees are really growing quickly. I think it was put in 2016, so you can see the trees are already pretty tall, and I think the channel's still operating the way we are hoping it will, but we're still keeping an eye on it to make sure it's going to function well.